What's up, my people? Uh, Quickly, we've been talking a lot about this avoidance and accountability, right? And listening to your fucking conscience is the way to walk away from avoidance. That's what you are avoiding, is the call from your conscience, your inner fucking soul, your inner voice tells you where to go. It's the authentic beacon from the spiritual world to reality. So that would be the authentic voice of God, I guess, if you wanted to call it that. The biggest question though is always like, so how do I know what that is? How do I know? So there's a couple big litmus test things that you can do here. The first thing I always say is the morning process of early wake up time and fucking sitting in silence. Meditative, reflective period, right? How that always looks for me. It always comes up in the fucking form of insecurity, stress, right? Insecurity and anxiety. Anything I have anxiety about, that's the weight of an unmade decision. That's what that is. And I know where that's coming from. Avoidance. Avoidance will always be the path that you'll want to choose. It feels lazy. It's always easier to pick that. You'll sit there and you'll go, I know what I need to do. So, okay, that's your conscience. Your conscience is telling you to take the difficult path. Fucking always. I promise you. The last fucking 3 years of my life, every time that I did not listen to that, I went through a period of cognitive dissonance, aggressive grinding. Nothing felt good. I knew what I needed to do, wouldn't do it. The other thing some of you might be able to use is like, it's as simple as this. When and what are you lying about? What are you lying about? I watch some of you motherfuckers lie to other people about shit that you're ashamed of. What do you think that is? That's your conscience. That's called a guiding light. It's a moral compass, right? The reason you're lying is because it's something that bothers you. You know that you're projecting that energy at another person. They read it on you. That manifests inside of you as an insecurities. You would rather lie than face head on the fucking fact that you're insecure about it. So you lie to other people, but there's a lot of people that don't lie to other people, but they will lie to themselves. That's what the negotiation phase during that shit sounds like. When I say listen to your conscience, you have the path of avoidance or accountability, right? When I say that, that's what it sounds like. You'll sit there and go, nah, that's not something I'm insecure about. I actually think that's not a problem. You know that it is. So when and where are you lying? Like, what are you lying about? That's you walking away from your path when you're fucking lying. And you know what it sounds like, that dialogue inside your head. No. It's avoidant as fuck. Right back to that thing. But I just wanted to simplify that for a lot of people. It's when you're lying. When you sit in that morning process and you want to lie to yourself. It's called negotiating for a reason. You know what the fuck it sounds like and feels like. Angels and devils. You got the good voice that's like, hey, I don't think that this is, I think this is something that you might be bothered by. It might be stressing you out. You need to unburden yourself from that. And the devil will go, no, that's no big deal. Don't worry about it. You should avoid that some more. That's actually that's not even your fault. That has nothing to do with you. All a bunch of bullshit. So it's when you're lying. We always talk about this. Don't lie to yourself. Self-discipline creates self-trust and self-honesty. Once you can trust yourself, you can tell yourself the truth. How do you get self-trust? You get self-trust from self-discipline. You say, hey, these are hard things that I want to do, and they're going to be hard. Then when they come up and you don't want to do them in the negotiation phase, you hurdle that obstacle. What does that do? That signifies to yourself, I can trust me. I said I was getting up early tomorrow and that I was going to go on a run before work. And I did, even though I didn't want to. What does that mean? That means I can make commitments to me and I can follow through. Self-discipline to self-trust. Once you can trust yourself a little bit more, you start to be a little bit more honest, because we're honest with motherfuckers that we trust. Because we feel a sense of security, like they're not going to let us down. It's not embarrassing to tell somebody fucking you really trust about some shit, because you know they're not going to go fuck it up and do it something negative with it. You know that they're just going to sit there and they're going to go, okay, cool, we can make a plan and I can help you out. You get self-honesty. The more self-honesty you get, the closer you get to the path of accountability and away from the path of avoidance. So recite that in your fucking head. Self-discipline leads to self-trust. Self-trust leads to self-honesty. Self-honesty leads to self-love, honestly. It leads to all the positive things. Self-worth, self-esteem, self-love. Like, that's what it leads to. Then once you have a lot of those figured out and you have that energy inside of you, then you can start fucking really contributing to everybody. So just understand that. It's where you're lying. That's what I mean when I say avoidance. When you're lying to your fucking self in the morning. Oh no, I don't need to do things. Not that big a deal. I don't even care about money. Oh, I don't even care about being fit. You know all that shit's a lie. That's what I mean about avoidance. What I'm trying to fucking explain to you guys is if you'll avoid it there with you, you'll avoid a bunch of other shit that bothers you with other people. It will manifest itself as resentments and fucking up relationships, always feeling like this, high stress levels, never being fucking present. This isn't all some selfish shit. You need to get you in check so that you're not a fucking wreck. That way, whenever you go out into the world, you can fucking earn respect. You don't have to be one of these people that's out here all weird. Being a fucking weirdo and a lame. You can go out like a fucking awesome, put together, centered person who can be there for people. Exhibits a good example. Pumps positive energy and sends positive energy just by their fucking presence. Self-discipline. Self-trust, self-honesty, self-worth, self-esteem, self-love. It's pretty simple shit. But you have to get the self-discipline to get the self-trust. And that's why a lot of you motherfuckers are so avoidant. It's because you won't commit to your own self to just go on this path and kill it. Right? So why in the fuck would you be honest to you? You're a fucking liar. You wouldn't trust you? Do you trust people to lie to you all the time? If you make a bunch of commitments and you sour on all of them, then you don't trust you at all. Then you're not honest with you at all, because who in the fuck would be honest with a motherfucker that's untrustworthy? Get back out there, y'all. Fucking kill it. Hit me up if you need anything. I got a bunch of shit I'm about to put out in the next little while. We're on school.com with the Hormozy and his whole group. So we're going to start doing some more community-based shit. So keep killing it. Y'all got this.